All right, so I know you're the the founder of AFRIFF, the African International Film Festival, and also the chief executive officer of NVivo Communications. And I know you're an ardent lover of film, logistics, and all that. Tell us about your career, your business, and I hear you're doing some great, amazing things for film in Africa, that you just acquired this huge... Okay, well, I'll let you tell us exactly what you're working on so that you tell us what you want to tell us. Exactly. So don't tell the world what...
Oh, very interesting. Where do I start? I'll tell you something I really like that is very close to my heart, and it's training.
Oh.
So the festival every year has trained so many students. And then we started to send the best 20 abroad. We sent them to America. No cost to anybody. Oh, wow. They don't pay anything. Down to the passport. So many people didn't even have passports.
Wow.
And so we did that for quite a number of years. And then after they started going to France, and then we partnered with so many schools across Africa. Everybody was like, oh, it has to be more African. So we left some European countries, but then we started going to like Morocco, Benin Republic, and all of that. Now they will be going to Morocco for this year's training. So in Nigeria, I don't feel, we're behind. We like to say we have all the technology, all the equipment, and we do. But you could find an equipment and you just know how to use the basic. There's so much to it that we don't know. Skills of acting, editing. So there's a film I just acquired and watched it. It was nice, just in case he's listening. And so we sent the film to the Raw, to a post-production studio outside of the country, and they re-edited it and sent it back just yesterday. I sent it to the guy who has the film, and he called me back in tears. At least he said it was in tears. I didn't see him, but he said it was in tears. It was completely redone and very different. And they haven't even finished. They haven't scored it yet, you know. So there's so much more we should be doing and we should know to do. So now for the 10th year, I mean, we're not 10, we're 12, but we're celebrating the 10th year. I'm actually going to be training 1,000 students across Africa, not just Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes.
So my question
that's on the
you sound like you're not just doing the surface of movie industry, let's have movies, let's have series, let's do all of that. Where did the love for film come from? Like, where did you develop the passion, the interest to want to do a quality and raise people to change the film industry within Africa?
So I've always liked films. I'm one of those kids you'd ask, oh, where do you want to go to school? My uncle, when he sees me, my mom's brother, he go, I never wanted to do anything little or here.
Yeah.
I always imagined myself in Hollywood, actually, from when I was little.
Wow.
So I guess this is something that started way back. My love for people, more than for film, is what is pushing me to help and try and make things different.
So when you, now with all that you have done and what you have seen in the industry, what would you like for the Nigerian film industry, the whole industry as a whole, what would you like for them to adopt? What sort of questions would you like for them to ask? What would you like for them to go for training? What would you advise them? What sort of training would you advise them to seek out that would help in telling our stories in a more, vivid and interesting way?
Very good question. We always, like recently, because of Netflix coming in, people always say, oh, in Nigeria, we're paid so little compared to the rest of the world. And I would always wonder why. But in my new journey, I was commissioned by a platform to make all these TV series also. And I'm giving a hypothetical figure here. So they said, oh, we'd give you $150,000 per episode. And it seemed pretty good. COVID happened, so they didn't start. And then I also started another journey where I found out about structure. So in wanting to acquire this structure and make things very different, I went back to the studio that gave me this job at 150, and I said to them, my new partner says, we can't do this, it's a joke. And he goes, what is new with you right now? And I told him, and he says, oh, for that, we could give you another hypothetical figure. We could give you $700,000 per episode. So what we need to do differently, yes, we need to own structure. So people here say, oh, I have a studio. And it's, you can't take that away. They do have a studio, but it's not
It's a far cry.
It's a far cry from what really exists. I mean, when I went and I saw this studio myself, I was like, wow, I was blown away. I was taking videos, sending it back to Nigeria, and like, look at what these people have. In Africa, too. So in Cape Town, they have a lot of great studios, owned by white people, though. So they're all into the Hollywood movies and not necessarily any African movie. But in Morocco, this lady has she's African. Okay, not necessarily black, but she's African. We tease her all the time. So now, hopefully, would be in that space too. And so the conversations are very different. Before you start, you have to have development. You develop the film. You build the set. You build a city. You build what you need to have this movie done. There's a lot of money put into that. Right. And the studios know this. So when they know that you're shooting in people's homes and on the street, they will give you money accordingly. But when they know that you're doing this, you're building, you're doing things differently.
Let me go on a quick
break.
When we come back, we'll continue this conversation with Chioma. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. Chioma,
I wanted to know, because, you know, it's always tough to hear that women are leading certain industries. And it's not possible that you do not have challenges. But that's for the feminine side. I also wanted to know, because you have your company doing things across African countries, and I know problems are local. What's the different challenge that you have in Nigeria that you wouldn't have in Rwanda, that you wouldn't have in other countries? What's the different thing that they have?
So it'll be with different aspects. So if you say production, there'll be, I don't have to worry about the generator, all that noise. I don't have to worry about people chasing me and, asking for money when you're recording. You're in the studio anyway. There's a lot. It's, in Morocco, they have a 30% payback. So when you're done making a movie, the country pays you 30% back on anything spent locally.
Incentive to grow that industry.
Exactly. At the airport, when you come in and you have your letter for film, it's a different body language. They're very welcoming because they understand. They've positioned their country to be for films. I knew they'd done a lot of films, but I didn't know it was this much and way back. From 1940s, Hollywood started doing movies there.
Chioma, I have attended a lot of international film festivals. I've been to Cannes, Discord, quite a number of them over the years, and it's almost the same thing. Year in, year out, you see African trying to build content, and we don't have that structure. Now, I haven't been to one recently. I don't know how it has improved or not, but in your view, is AFRIFF positioned to take African content globally, or do we still need that internal local structures before we get to that level? In your view, do you think AFRIFF is equipped to do that?
If 100% is equipped to do that, but then is the film equipped to travel? That's the question. Yeah.
So what can we do to therefore ensure local producers have access to these kind of
I'll tell you what. On my last trip, I learned something new. So when I came back and I started writing about it in my group, other people knew about it way back. So there's something called African cinema. Now, going to LA and coming back, I learned there's something called African global cinema. And it's totally new. They've done their research. They've tried it out with the Wakanda story. They've tried it out with Coming to America too. And now they know, now it's time to plug in African faces in their films, real African faces in their films, and make it highly commercial. So when they do that, then it will travel and put the money behind it. I always use Money Heist as an example. Nobody knows anybody in Money Heist, but with the last season, they were paid $400 million. And that's because the story is tight, well received globally. So it's just a way to make sure our stories are received globally, done well, have all the paraphernalia in.
So being in film, I don't know if you've heard of this group of boys, Ikorodu boys. They have gone quite global and international. You would see American actors and producers speaking with them. And they are just really wowed by the creativity that they have and how they are able to put together that with, just quite minimum, with little or nothing. And I feel that that's the Nigerian market. We have creativity, but we don't have like a film company or a film, to back them up and just put in the extra. So would you say what you're doing across Africa would help people like the Ikorodu boys?
Yes, it would, but without policies from here, from Nigerian government, it also make things a lot difficult. So what are the policies in place to make this Nigeria that home for films?
So we tend to play a lot of lip service, and I feel bad that I'm going to still say we're playing a lot of lip service. Many governors talk about the importance of the entertainment industry and what it plays. They bring them into the scene when they're doing their campaigns, and they use them for elections. But after that, we have been unable to galvanize, like in one word, come together. And I think it might also have to do with the fact that there's a lot of splinter groups within the industry. So we have the music, we have within the movies, you have Igbos, Yoruba, everybody's like separate everywhere. And then we're unable to come with one voice to say, this is what we want from the government. And what would you say would be the most essential thing that the movie industry should clamor for from the government as a policy?
I think, first of all, the movie industry has one voice, regardless. Yes, we've asked for so many things together, and it's fine. What should we ask for? So I don't even know where to start from. I really don't know.
So many things.
I think you're used to doing it yourself. You're used to do what you need to do rather than ask for anything.
Yeah.
Or would we say starting from the policies, is that where we have to start first?
So first of all, you have to say to yourself, what do you want? What are you asking me for? Is it for the international, for our movies going global, or for the movie industry in here to be good?
Vibrant.
Exactly. So the movie industry here is good. It's not bad at all.
Okay.
If you have the money, you would make the best of what you can, and you promote it the best you can. I mean, look at Omo Ghetto, right? But then you also have to know what the people here want. They're currently, constantly wanting to laugh. So we're going to stay on that level of comedy. It's so annoying to me, but it's draining. But that's what works.
This new industry, the online, the YouTubers, the social media, you have people, multi-personality, filmed by one person, people shooting, influencers shooting, and getting the commercials, getting the funds, doing everything in their studio, editing and producing, the YouTubers. I don't want to mention any of the influencers, but I hope you understand what I mean. What about those new set of people? Do they take advantage of a training like the ones you have?
Oh, yeah, constantly.
Is there a market for them as well that you...
Clearly, there's a market. That's why they're on YouTube.
In AFRIFF, that's what I mean.
100%. You go online, I don't know anybody, you apply, you're chosen.
We have to wrap up with you. I need to know, what's your message to filmmakers out there who are looking for opportunities to get bigger? Because you said we have to go higher.
Yes.
We need to stop competing in this ground level where everybody's just doing whatever, garbage in, garbage out. So we need to raise more stars within the industry who are doing great material that is exportable.
Yes.
Therefore, with the platform you've created, with the structure you have on ground, what opportunities are available for filmmakers out there? Could you like to just use opportunities to tell them so that they can reach out to you in whatever way?
First of all, I'll be talking to the veterans, the people that are already there.
Right.
Unfortunately, those are the people they're looking for, because those are people that are known. So that when you come into a market, you want to grab the people that are known first, so you can hold that market, and then nurture the younger ones. So the younger ones should keep pushing. They have to go through the whole rigors, and the market is still, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, for the older people, for the hustlers and the So now what those ones need to do is always bring up somebody. You have to mentor other people. You have to bring them in. You have to grow them. And so in growing them, people get to see them. You know, before DSTV would have you in 54 countries and you'll be known. Now everybody wants to go on cinema. Cinema is in Nigeria. It's not even going anywhere. So you're known here and you're not known globally. People have to get back on TV to get known globally. For these foreigners that are coming to do those African global stories, to get you.
Interesting. Nice nugget.
Yes.
All right, that's all we can take. Any tweets when we run?
Yes, there's one for her. So Andrew agrees with Chioma. He said, Chioma is so right. In other African nations, they make things easy to make you want to invest in their nation. Unlike some nations, like, where everything has to be so difficult, you just want to throw in the towel and with the business in that nation. I don't
So
want
what I've gotten from this conversation so far, there are huge funds internationally really ready to push African content, but they need the veterans, they need people who are known to come out and participate because they want to actually, everybody's focused on Africa. That's when the new frontier. So people need to reach out to you, say, you know what, we can actually groom the younger ones, but first let's anchor these ones who are veterans, who are known, and let them take opportunity with these funds that are available for international market.
Instead of cinema, come every day.
Get involved.
Go back to the everyday series.
Yes.
Those old ones we used to watch.
Yes. That puts you out there.
It puts you out there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chioma. It's a
Very
pleasure having you
welcome.
on the show. And let us know when you want us to come, when you want to do anything.
Sure.
Publicize.
Any final thing you want to say?
Oh, boy.
I know you seem a very shy person.
Yeah, very. I'll keep training. There's a lot to be done in that space if we have to go to the next level.
All right. All right, that's all we can take. Thank you very much for staying with us. We're going to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll bring in another celebrity guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back.